Hey everybody, it's been a while, been pretty busy, and just wanted to make a YouTube video because I went online yesterday looking for some stuff for my work, and I came across this article on MSN, which had a picture of two gentlemen, and they were holding a whiteboard, and it said that they're making whiteboards for schools, bulletproof now. It's amazing to me how things have gotten to this extent in society. I mean, it's become so volatile and violent that kids can't even go to school anymore without worrying that something terrible might happen. You know, I grew up at a time where, well, now it would be considered a luxury to go to school and not worry about that and just learn or goof off and have fun. Now kids have to worry that something dangerous might happen in school. The curriculums, of course, they're a lot more advanced now, which is good as far as learning goes, but how can kids focus properly on learning when in the back of their minds they're worrying about something happening? You know, to go to the extent that schools need a bulletproof whiteboard in the classroom. Geez, I mean, that's a good idea, don't get me wrong, but we've gotten this far, like this bad, that your whiteboard can't be a regular one in school. It has to be bulletproof just in case. That's fucking sad, dude. Like, sad. The innocence nowadays is very short-lived. Kids only stay innocent for a very short amount of time now. And that's horrible, because it's like they don't even get to be kids. They're born, they're a kid for like a second, they blink their eyes, all of a sudden they got all these grown-up things to worry about. And I thought that our job was to keep kids safe, you know, to make sure that they're able to be kids. You know, my mom never talked to me about grown-up stuff growing up, and I was practically an only kid. You know, I'm around adults all the time, and they had their conversations and whatnot, but there was no worrying about something terrible happening in school or bills. Or nowadays parents are throwing all this shit on the kids, and they got their own stuff going on. You know, they don't even get to enjoy to be a kid because they have to, you know, homework, school, be careful when you're outside, careful in school, careful in the toilet pretty soon. I mean, it's crazy how society's gotten lately. I seriously think we need to, like, I don't know, do something. Something needs to happen. Something good, you know? Because all this bad shit everywhere can get really out of hand quick, you know, and can really drive you to just be in panic mode all the time. And when you're in panic mode, you're desperate. When you're desperate, you tend to do some really stupid stuff. You know, there are a lot of people that are up here that have the calm factor. Meanwhile, when you're down here and you're panicking, they're doing things that you're not completely aware of at all, because you're busy being worried and freaking out and panicking. You know, we really need to take a step back and analyze things a little more, because there's a lot of things happening now that shouldn't be happening at all, just in terms of intelligence and how advanced we are in certain fields and certain things that have happened that some people should have been aware of pretty early on in order to avoid them, but yet they still happened, you know. And granted, you know, we're human and things can slip through the cracks, but damn, really, you know, we're all in a bubble. You know, how can a kid in school be so invisible, because they're not, that nobody's aware that they're in trouble, that they're hurting, that they have a problem, that something is not right with teachers and other classmates, you know? How is nobody aware and nobody's paying attention? Well, then again, I've had my own experiences where, you know, they weren't aware, or they chose not to be. And that's a big problem. If you see something, say something. You don't have to tell somebody like a tattletale, but say something, maybe directly to that person. Unless it's a dangerous situation, and then you should tell somebody with authority. Yeah. But otherwise, take the time to talk to each other, people. Get to know each other, you know? Back in the days, you used to know your neighbor. You know, you used to have cookouts together, and you knew their kids, and you knew more or less what was going on. Maybe not in detail, because you didn't need to know what's happening in their bedroom and whatnot, but like, you knew certain things. You were aware. Nowadays, everybody's in a bubble. Nobody wants to know each other. You know, nobody takes care of each other. And shit happens. Oh, I didn't know. Well, of course not. You didn't bother to take the time to know. You know, if you took the time to say hello and start to build a relationship with your neighbor, or, you know, anybody you meet, you might meet some pretty amazing people, and you might meet some people that'll make you aware that something's not right. But we don't talk to each other anymore. So hence things happen like this, and it's sad, you know. Bullying in school, it's horrible. And I mean, kids have been getting bullied since the beginning of time, since the beginning of man. But somehow now kids are not able to handle it at all. Why? Because they don't have a support system. They can't go home and talk to mom and dad because mom and dad is busy and they're working, or mom is busy cooking and cleaning you and putting you to bed. And they feel alone, and they have nowhere else to go to but the internet. And Lord Jesus knows that's not the best guidance. I mean, there's a lot of great information out there, but there's a lot of bad and misinformation out there. And depending on what they're looking for, hey, give me that. Oh, would you, Mira, hey, excuse me, I'll be back. Anyway, welcome back. Like I was saying, so yeah, we're in very sad times, and a lot of people are saying we're towards the final days, and maybe they're right, or maybe we're in the middle of the final days, and the final days are nowhere near to come. But still, the situation is getting out of hand. Back in the days, school used to be a safe haven for kids with a bad home. Now, not so much. Why is that? You should ask yourself, why is that, and what's going on, and why is it happening? The answer is very simple. People need to love each other more, but in order to love each other, people have to love themselves. There's a serious lack of self-love, which is why there's so much hatred in the world. And I don't know why. I'm sure you're a pretty marvelous person. Everybody goes through stuff. And I do mean everybody. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people go through a lot of the same stuff. Some people go through other stuff. Some people go through worse stuff. Shit happens. You have to learn how to get over it. work through it, get past it. Not necessarily forget it, because there's a lesson in there that you had to learn, which is why you had to go through it. But you will continue to keep going through the same thing if you don't learn. Everything happens for a reason. You know what that reason is? To teach you something. Pay attention. I know it's hard. There's a lot of distractions, you know, parties, girls, guys, fun, drinking, recreational stuff that you shouldn't be doing, but you do because you're going to experiment at some point. Hopefully you'll get past it. Some people don't and get stuck and become addicted. Some people are able to overcome it. Ask yourself how those people do that. You know how hard it is to break an addiction? It's fucking hard. That's why some people never do it. But the people that do it, it's because they decided they would. They didn't leave it up to the cosmos or up to fate or up to anybody. They decided within themselves that, oh, I'm going to kick this habit and I'm going to work hard at it and I'm going to do it. And they do it every day for the rest of their life. Wake up. There's a big world out there. Figure out what's going on. Go look. Talk to people. Meet people. Be social. You know? There's nothing wrong with talking to people. Online, in person, it don't matter. You know? Always with caution, but still, you should. You'll get to interact with different opinions. Get different opinions. Different personalities. Different other than you. You might learn something. My dog. I had to chase her because she grabbed something she wasn't supposed to. Because she wants my attention. Anyway, I mean, that was what I wanted to touch on today. I needed to make a video because I haven't in a while, and well, dang, I have stuff to say. I should start saying it more often, huh? We definitely need to do something. I mean, we should need whiteboards in school anywhere on the planet, because Lord knows there's other parts of the planet where things are bad, like everyday bad, you know, and they don't have to be, but people gotta step up. When you don't step up, shit happens to you. Step up, man. We gotta figure it out. Shit ain't gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse if we don't do anything. So do something. I don't care if it's making a YouTube video talking about what you want to do, your opinion, whatever. Do something. Talk to your neighbor. Talk to your friend. Talk to that quiet kid in class. Make a friend. Even if they smell funny. Maybe they don't know they smell funny. They might need a friend to tell them they smell funny. Give them tips on fashion or other stuff. I don't know. But maybe they don't wear makeup because they don't have a mom. And nobody ever taught them how to put on makeup. You don't know until you make a friend and find out. So don't prejudge people. Don't judge people, period. If you feel like they're not your type of people after you get to know them a bit, then you don't have to be friends with them. It doesn't have to be a mean thing. You could just be acquaintances. But there's nothing wrong with meeting people, talking to people, figuring out what you like, what you don't like. That's why there's so many damn confused people out here, because they don't know what the hell they want or they like or whatever, because they just don't bother figuring it out. Figure it out. That's my 2 cents for today, I guess. Whiteboards, bulletproof. It's fucking depressing, I'll tell you. Kids shouldn't have to deal with that shit. Their world should be all sunshine and rainbows, because they're kids. But it's not the case. Not always. So, if we don't try, we can't make it happen. You know, they should find out what the world is like when they're older in life. That's my 2 cents for today. Love each other. Get to know your neighbor. Be nice. Be cordial. Love yourself so that way you can love others. Till then, we're fucked. So don't forget to leave a comment or a video response and let me know what you think about bulletproof whiteboards being in our schools now. Tell me your opinion. Thanks for watching. Bye.